Yung
Good morning, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back dito sa latest episode ng Deep Dive. Hopefully, this time yung ating Shogun ay hindi naglalakad sa ino-off na lights ng mga hall ng kung ano-anong network. Sir Ronald, yung past two interviews natin, purong mobile journalism. Thank you, Sir Ronald, for making time for us.
oh,
Mukhang inakaw yung Shogun ko, yung binigay kong pangalan na Ronald Shogun. Pa ibang kuha na ngayon, May trademark na ako dyan, Sir Ronald.
sorry I have to adjust to your schedule eh. Yeah.
Gusto ko talaga yung mga patama mo, Sir Ronald. It's very genuinely you. Very bully. Sir Ronald, bago natin pag-usapan yung minamahal natin bayan at saka mga bardagulan na mangyari sa November, ito na yung big month. Um, pag-usapan kayo natin, anong basa mo sa nangyari sa New Yorkistan? Meron na, may si Ma'am Dani na yung kanilang mayor. So for the first time and almost a full generation after the 9/11, you have a Muslim, pious Muslim, who also happens to be, even more interestingly, an open democratic socialist mayor. So, and the youngest mayor of New York in what? In a century. So, anong basa mo, Sir Ronald? Is this something unique because New York is a city of immigrants, or you think this is a sign of the times?
Unique is an understatement. Unique is an understatement. No, a migrant, no, with a Muslim name, no, uh, young socialist, no, in the most capitalistic city in the world, no, with the most number of billionaires in the world. Can you imagine that? No, this is anything but awesome, di ba? Pero hindi
This is where
lang.
9/11 happened. Also, this is there's a very
Yes,
strong
yes.
pro-Israel
At
Jewish community also
baka
there. Yeah.
makalimutan natin na Richard ay tatlo ito The first woman governor of Virginia. Tapos New Jersey, no? One of the most significant states in the US na sweep ng Democrats. At ito hindi mga ordinaryong Democrats, no? Hindi ito yung run-of-the-mill Democrats. yung kalaban nga ni Mondani, isa Democrat na in-endorse ni Trump. Can you imagine that, no? A Democrat endorsed by Trump.
Kaya mas talo. Kaya mas natalo lalo.
So, oo. Tapos talagang disruptive, very compelling, very eloquent, di ba? Very intelligent, no? Everything Trump isn't.
Not young. Also kasama dyan. Trump isn't young. Ano na daw, Sir
Oh,
Ronald? Magkakaroon ng exodus na daw. I mean, I've been to London. London is nice. I don't know what people are saying. Kasi syempre ngayon, di ba? London is under Sadiq Khan, who's, I think, is Sunni Muslim. And Mamdani is not even just, he's from the minority Shia Muslim. So he's not just
yeah,
your, he's even a minority within the Islamic world. Right? It's
yeah,
fascinating. This guy is like, he's ticking all the boxes. No? So now you have a Shia Muslim mayor in New York. You have a Sunni mayor in London. I mean, these are
yeah.
fascinating times, Sir Ronald. I mean, as someone who was a
Oh,
kind
hindi siya umiiwas Kino-confront niya lahat ng banat sa kanya. Head on. Di ba? Hindi na iniiwasan. Hindi siya defensive. Di ba? Hindi siya nagpapaliwanag sa presinto. Di ba? Oh, so ang sasabihin niya, so? Di ba? So, yes, I'm a socialist. No? Yes, I'm a migrant. No? Yes. Ang dami niyang yes. I would like to tax the rich. Imagine in the most capitalist city in the world with the most number of billionaires, no? You have a mayor telling everyone, I will tax the rich, no? I will lift the burden of rent from poor people, di ba? I will stand with the unions in this day and age na all the unions are in retreat, no?
it's wild. It's really, really wild. I mean, pag-usapan natin, Sir Ronald. So is he your conception of the disruptor? You think Mamdani could be a global model, even if, of course, New York is unique, it's a different system, etc. Do you think he could nevertheless be kind of in the same way that Obama inspired a whole new generation of reformist liberals? Do you think Mamdani could be the inspiration for a new generation of progressive disruptors?
Yeah, I think Mundani is malayo siya mismo kay Obama. because Obama became part of the institution, no? Just as the Democrats became part of the institution. Ito si Mondani, mismo yung foundations ng Democrats, sinishake niya, di ba? Oh, si Obama promised a more multilateral world, a more peaceful world. Pero hindi nangyari, di ba? Ah, nag-promise siya na a more progressive economy. Pero siya ang sumagip sa Wall Street. Di ba? Siya ang sumagip sa Wall Street. Eh.
Yung mga
So, ibig
bailout.
sabihin, at least by all indications, Mondani will not be an Obama. No, he will not be part of the system, whether Republican or Democrats. No. Yun yung
Right.
exciting about this. Then again, he might change. Who knows? Pero for now, yung kanyang disruption is very real. Di ba? Yung kanyang out of the box is very sincere. Uh, Ngayon, kung siya ay tatalikuran niya yung ginawa, mga promisa niya, tingin ko ay hindi siya papatawarin. Nung mga umasa na siya yung symbol as well as the substance of change.
I-break down natin to, Sir Ronald. No? So let's open up this discussion. I think this is important kasi pag-usapan din natin anong pwede natin gawin sa Pilipinas, sa mga democratic countries sa atin, katulad natin na medyo under siege. First of all, when I compare to Obama, it's I mean, Obama also revolutionized campaigning, di ba? Yung retail style niya, yung crowdfunding, yung dollar-based campaign, I think was really, really out of this world.
Big,
Also,
big
multiracial.
data.
Exactly,
Mhm.
multiracial. So basically, he invented modern
Mhm.
campaigning, di ba? So I think Obama really deserves something on that. But you're also absolutely correct that as the president of the United States, right after the global financial, actually in the middle of the global financial crisis, he made big compromise with capitalism, basically with Wall Street and all of that, and then the rest was really some sort of compromise in between. It's interesting though. I don't know, Sir Ronald, if you check the news on Obama reaching out twice to Mamdani, not once, and they had extensive discussion, which tells you Obama being a very smart politician notices na
Mhm.
baka, diba, the direction of the wind, right? Baka Mamdani is saying something about that. Even if Hakim Jeffries, some of the top Democratic, the others are not even endorsing him, right? Bloomberg,
Yeah.
whether it's Chuck Schumer didn't endorse him. Hakim Jeffries openly said no, he's not the future of the Democratic movement.
Some Democratic leaders are even saying that he will destroy the Democratic Party.
Exactly. So, and yet Obama reached out to him. So for me, for all criticism we can make of Obama, I think he's a very smart guy. I think he understands the direction of the wind. And I think yung talo ni Kamala Harris in many ways showed yung limitations ng Obamaism, right? Like, kasi Kamala Harris was kind of an iteration of Obama. I mean, the whole thing happened in Chicago. You could really see the shadow of the Obamas there. We can have a long conversation about Michelle being a different form of Obamaism. But and where I think Mamdani comes in, Sir Ronald, and I think this is where it gets interesting, is that I don't know. I mean, what's your read in terms of, because the way Mamdani started was he first reached out dun sa voters ni Trump. Di ba nag-vlogger siya? Di ba assemblyman lang siya? He's just one of the assemblyman in New York. Pero where he began to really break out was pinuntahan niya yung mga areas kung saan ang laki ng defection kay Trump. Lalo yung mga immigrant areas, working class areas. And he wanted to discover bakit itong mga tao na to, given their background, given all of the seemingly prejudicial statements from Trump campaign, bakit sila bumoto kay Trump? At inisa-isa niya and nakinig siya sa kanila. He opened up conversation. He didn't judge them. He didn't shame them. He didn't say, oh, na-disinformation kayo. Nakinig lang siya. And then from there, he started. In fact, if you'll watch yung mga videos ni Ma'am Dani, sinabi pa nga nung mga bumoto na kay Trump, na dating Democrat or expected Democrat, sabi niya, you know what? If you run for mayor, I will vote for you. So I think he really built it from there. He opened up that communication channels. So basically, what I'm saying, Sir Ronald, is do you think maybe we should do the same? We should reach out to people who supported Duterte, who support, I don't know, the wrong people, including the Marcoses, and open up a communication. Maybe would that work in the case of the Philippines, given all the differences we have? Do you think maybe there's something we can learn there? Yung
Well,
bridge building.
I think we are starting to do that. Halimbawa, itong mga lecture tours natin sa Europe, sa Asia. Most of them are former DDS. Diba? Karamihan ng OFWs are DDS. Pero sino ba nag-organize ng lecture ko sa Rome, sa Milan? sa Vienna, sa Paris, sa Berlin, ngayon sa Tokyo tsaka Yokohama next week. These are OFWs.
Wait, maging
Diba?
shogun ka na talaga, Sir Ronald.
Oo, shogun ako. Ang una kong pupuntahan sa Tokyo, yung gawaan ng samurai. Yun yung pupuntahan ko, ano? Tinatanong ko na si Randy David, paano napuntahan daw niya, believe siya eh. Yung talagang gumagawa ng mga samurai with the old technology, no? In yan,
Katana.
no? Oh, yung talagang no? Pupunta ako ngayon doon. Kaya, ibig sabihin, we're starting to do that. Diba? We're starting to do that. Pero ang mahalaga rin kasi ngayon ay what do we offer? No, what do we offer? Hindi lang anti, 'di ba? Hindi lang expose and oppose. What do we propose? Yun yung strength ni Mondani, 'di ba? Nagsabi siya anong gagawin mo sa rent, 'di ba? Anong gagawin mo sa wages? Anong gagawin mo sa social benefits, 'di ba? Kailangan may ganun din tayo. May ganun din tayo. Yun yung problema ni BBM eh. Hindi pwedeng anti-corruption lang. Hindi pwede na magpapakulong kami before Christmas. Kailangan meron kang i-offer na konkreto. Ah, bababaan mo ba ang presyo ng kuryente? Na lahat ng tao, including business, ay mararamdaman? Di ba? Yan yung mga across the board na benefits na hinihintay ng mga tao. Di ba? We are now the worst in terms of disasters in the world. Number one na uli tayo. Anong gagawin mo dyan? Nakita mo yung Cebu. Di ba? Nakita mo yung Visayas. No? 85 na yung patay at saka rising. 3 hours of a storm? 3 hours? Nakalubog yung Liluan, nakalubog large parts of Cebu. No? So, kailangan mo ng maayos na disaster mitigation. So, yun yung mahalaga na yung kung merong mga leftist, socialist, democratic socialist, social democrat na tatakbo on a advanced progressive platform, kailangan it's a combination of what they stand against but also what they stand for in terms of concrete benefits. Concrete benefits.
Let's talk about that kasi I think first of all, tawag sa kanya
Mm.
komunista, Marxista, Islamist, everything. But clearly he's a standard social democrat, right? Sa Europe, right? Ito yung mga nagiging prime minister and ruling. Like you go to Germany, the SPD has how many times they've been in power, right? So
But
standard.
Americans don't know the difference.
Yun nga eh, parang this is just social, it's not communism, it's not Stalinism, it's just like yung mga proposals, even Bernie Sanders, yung mga proposal niya are standard here in Europe, right? Yung mga basic welfare policy, taxing the rich, these are progressive taxation, this is standard in Europe. I mean, so having said that, so clearly the closest parallel is Akbayan, right? Sa Pilipinas, you know what democratic socialism is. Obviously, we're not talking about the more far left revolutionary type. We're talking about this kind of
Yeah.
progressive reformism. Pwede natin explain kasi I think hindi nagigets ng tao. You were talking about ignorance in the US. Well, aminin natin sa Ronald, but sa Pilipinas, there's a lot of ignorance a la
Yeah.
Americano, di ba? About what is the
Oo.
left. Yeah.
May ilang typans nga, ang tawag sa akin, komunista eh. Kaya pagkausap ko sila, nagsisigawan kami. Tatawagin ko yung isa, pasista. Tatawagin ako, komunista. Pero, pa naman,
Very
masaya
game.
naman yung kwentuhan, no? Pero hindi naman nila naunawaan eh. What's the difference, di ba? So,
Explain
nung
natin,
isang,
Sir Ronald.
kagabi, isang governor, isang leader ng isang political party, no? Ay nagkuha naman kami, nagdebate kami over social democracy and communism, no? Para sa kanya, ang social democracy is communist. Tapos meron pare na nakikinig sa amin habang kami nagdedebate kagabi hanggang 11 p.m. So, tama yung sabi mo. Medyo hindi na uunawaan yan, di ba? Dahil para sa atin, ay reforms is building block, part ng isang socialist, democratic socialist agenda. Yung iba, tumitigil sa reforms. Ang tawag dyan, liberals. Di ba? Which means you want to improve the system within the present system. No? Ang tawag nila yata dyan, functional enhancement. Gusto mong i-improve yung limits ng system. Sinasabi natin, hindi kakayanin. the contradictions of the system will remain. At babalik ka doon sa contradictions ng kasalukuyang inequality, sa kasalukuyang underdevelopment, sa kasalukuyang environment destruction of the present system. You have to make a break at a certain point. At yun yung sinasabi ng mga democratic socialists. We start with reforms, but this reform should be part of a systemic change. No, yun yung sinasabi. Yun, doon naghihiwalay ang liberals with socialists, with social democrats,
But through
with
peaceful elections, right? Through the parliamentary struggle,
yes,
through reform,
yes,
through institutional reform, hindi violent, crazy revolution, communist, blah, blah, blah.
yes, yes. Oo, tama.
I think the
Pero that will entail a longer discussion.
I think the term some social scientists, I used it also in analyzing nangyari sa Turkey back in the days, revolution, yung reforms that are so systemic and sustained over time, they revolutionize the system, right? So for instance, so you didn't have like a bloody revolution under Erdogan in Turkey, but over 20 years, he completely changed the game step by step, right? Each election, each law passed, each constitutional change, in a
Yes.
way, like, it's, you can, so is Akbayan the only democratic socialist parang manifestation sa Pilipinas, Sir Ronald? Like, how do you
For
see the
now.
spectrum?
Kanya na, merong permutations yan. Because yung Social Democrats, ang ibig sabihin nila ng transformation ay evolutionary. It slowly evolves into eventually a new system. Democratic Socialists, ang tingin nila, yes, we start with reforms. We use the reforms to alter the balance of forces, political and economic, but at a certain point, there has to be a rupture. At a certain point, there has to be a change from the old system to a new system. No, yun yung kaibahan ng social democracy with democratic socialism. Yung social democracy, ay hindi, mahabang reforms yan. Ang tawag nga nila dyan ni Bernstein, no, sa Germany, ay you sweeten a salty sea, no, by putting sugar, no, slowly but deliberately, and transforming the salty sea into a sweet sea. No, yan yung mga mga symbolism. Ang sinasabi naman ng mga democratic socialists, no, masyadong matagal maghihintay sa ganyang klaseng process. At eventually, capitalism will win. Kaya nga nangyayari minsan, social democrats governing a capitalist system. Diba? Iyon ang nangyayari minsan. Kaya yung mga democratic socialists, ang sinasabi nila, we cannot go on managing a capitalist society. We have to do a systemic change. Yun minsan yung dynamics between social democrats and democratic socialists. Hindi ko pa sigurado anong klase si Mondani, no? Ano siya?
Probably be
Is
in the
he a
middle of
classic
that.
social democrat? Is he a new democratic socialist? Hindi naman natin siya nakakausap eh.
Now, probably I think he'll settle on somewhere in the middle, whereby I think
Yes.
siguro medyo less radical than Bernie Sanders, and also because of the fiscal space in New York. Now, I was just talking to someone here now who worked for one of the mayors in New York. We're talking about wala expectation namin na he will not be able to accomplish many of his campaign promises, but he'll be reasonable and communication wise smart enough to still cover for it and say may gain pa rin tayo, which is very interesting. So, sir, like in the context of the Philippines, what would be a true progressive agenda, let's say whether democratic socialist or social democratic, na actually pwedeng gumana in terms of getting enough buy-in? Kasi di ba, Sir Ronald, always a challenge in politics is you want to make sure the most powerful people either will submit to your good agenda or at some level they have a buy-in, right? Otherwise, they're going to resist it and then things will get ugly from there. So that's the art of
Yeah.
politics. So how do you make sure you get that, Sir Ronald?
Well, it's a comprehensive proposal. Like if you can develop the economy, matanggal mo dramatically ang corruption, 'di ba? Mas stimulate mo ang engines of growth, industry, agriculture, etc. So, kailangan may kasabay din 'yan na new forms of ownership. Yung cooperative movement has to be strengthened. At ang mamumuno dyan ay basically civil society and trade unions. No, so may papakita mo sa mga tao, teka, ang alternative ay ito. hindi lang lahat tayo ay kapitalista. Hindi lang lahat tayo ay factor of production, no? Tayo mismo ay the goal of the economy should be towards social goals rather than social goals serving economic goals. So makukan mo 'yan. Pero at a certain point you have to show na it will work. At dyan mahalaga yung isang cooperative movement na nakita mo very strong sa Europe at saka Latin America. 'Di ba? Kaya ang daling pag-usapan eh. Ang daling pag-usapan ng democratic socialism dahil you have examples. You have Mondragon in Spain, no? 'Di ba? Workers-owned and self-managed enterprises. Even the biggest insurance firm in Spain is a cooperative. So, ipapakita mo na this can work. No? New forms of ownership can work. Hindi lang capitalism, no? Parang hindi siya cataclysm na bigla na lang mangyayari, 'di ba? You have to show that mangyayari yan. At doon mahalaga yung New York framework. Yung New York na you can create clusters, enclave of democratic socialism. No? Yung pwede mong gawin. Oh, dito sa Pasig, no? Dito sa Naga, 'di ba? Dito sa Baguio, pwede mong gawin na new forms of governance as well as new forms of ownership. Paano hindi pwede yan mangyari kagad on a national level nang wala ka na ipapakita on a local level? No? O dito, pwedeng participative budgeting. O, yung budgeting ay mapupunta into social goals, no? So, pwede mong ipakita on a local level para siya mag-mature on a national level. You create islands of socialism, islands of self-management, islands of cooperativism. Yun yung medyo nawala eh sa atin. Dati mayroong mga ganyan eh. May mga ganyan. Tapos nawala eh. Di ba? We have to reinvent that ethos, that cooperative spirit. No? Yang mga yan. Lalo na ngayon that the contradictions is not only about class. The contradictions is not only about factors of production. The contradictions is also about environment. Di ba? The contradictions is also about identity, gender. So, yan yung mga bagong aspeto dun sa old formulations ng capitalism versus socialism. Di ba? Yun yung mga
And
bago. But ang problema natin na Richard, hindi yan na pag-uusapan within the progressive movement at this point.
and I
Maliban
was
dito sa
No, no, no.
natin.
I mean, exactly. Like, I hope you're appreciating. We're not doing the
Yeah.
usual punditry. No, this is really proper conversation. No offense to our own punditry. I mean, that's fun, but that's like even Mentiel. It's just like the surface of the ocean. Now we're going below, di ba? Yung tectonic plates. We're looking at the tectonic plates. Sir, I mean, going back to this, I was wondering, like, um, you know Filipino political culture better than me in a sense that you have had more experience dealing with. Para sa man tayong comparative, eh. We're always trying to get best experiences, practices, lessons from around the world. Pero is the Filipino political culture amenable to a much more ideologically self-conscious mobilization? Kasi feeling ko minsan takot yung mga ibang progressives to openly say na ito ay, to put a label on it, kumbaga. Ito ay isang progressive socialist. Parang, ano yung aktivista yan. Di ba parang may negative tagging, may left tagging sa ating kultura eh. How do we deal with that? Paano natin pabanguin? Like, kasi our conception of a good leader tends to be, basta hindi corrupt, mabait. Okay na yan. Parang okay na. Basta hindi corrupt, mabait, just do the tradition. Pero it takes way more than that to make our country a true democracy, right? You have to really go for transformational policies. Parang masyadong mababa pa yung level of discussion natin eh. It's just, basta malinis lang, mabait lang, okay na yan, great leader na yan. But that's not great leader. That's entry level lang yan eh. Diba? If you really want great leader, package of reforms and policies na yan.
I think something is happening eh. Partly because of social media, partly because of the contradictions of our system, di ba? Partly because of a new generation of youth na naghahanap ng something new, something out of the box. So, this combination I can help create this new ethos na hindi lang yung mga old modes of discourse, hindi lang yung mga old modes of platforms, no? Old modes ng alternatives. Ngayon kasi nagkakaroon mas experimental. Tingin ko this new generation of Gen Z and millennials are more open to experiments. Not only in the old mode of the debate between class, between state, no? Kundi also between environment, between identity, di ba? At
Personal.
itong usapin ng kwan ng hindi mo pwedeng ihiwalay yung development ng productive forces nang hindi mo pina-factory yung destruction ng environment. At the same time, you cannot discuss yung traditional motive force, yung the proletariat, without discussing identity issues. Di ba? So, people like us na nauunawaan yung old at saka yung new has to start this conversation. Di ba? What is the new chemistry na susulpot dito sa luma at dito sa bago sa kasalukuyang conjuncture? It's not easy, It's not easy. Kaya kailangan mo ng mga tao na nauunawaan yung luma pero at the same time na-appreciate yung possibilities of the new. Diba? Yun.
No, no, this is very important. Sir. Actually, mahirap siya, no, when you're thinking about it. Like, for instance, paano natin ipaintindi dun sa ating mga kababayan yung mga ganitong konsepto na hindi sapat na malinis lang or hindi lang corrupt or may paano natin itaas yung standard of leadership sa ating bansa, no? And at the same time, how do we encourage, like even si Vico Soto, di ba? Hindi niya openly sinasabi na progressive yung ginagawa niya. Parang the way he talks about it is that standard lang yan, di ba? But clearly, there should be a bigger vision of political transformation and structural change there. Parang tayo lang gumagawa sa Ronald without getting canceled or red tag. Though yung red tag naman tayo, it's hard for that to work. But
Diba, employees,
yeah,
no? Marami ngayong mga employees, especially young employees, ay ito na ba yung buhay namin? Just this relationship? Can't there be something more than just becoming a cog in an office? No, can we be more creative? Can we be more participative? So may mga ganung ngayong mga pag-uusap, di ba? Na hindi lang ito yung traditional na labanan between proletariat and capitalist. No, yun yung mga bago na mga ideas, no? At marami nag-iisip niyan. Ayun lang hindi natin na-harness dito
yun
sa
nga eh.
Pilipinas. 'Di ba? Dahil ang pinagdidebatehan pa rin ba ngayon ay Maoist ka ba? No? Ikaw ba ay
Yung mga
Trotskyist, no?
purity test na.
Para, no? Yung mga ganung mga terms of reference nalampasan na 'yun eh. No? Anong bago? Imagine mo, kahit sa China hindi na pinapakinggan yung Maoism eh. Pero dito sa atin, meron ka pang strong Maoist movement. Diba? Hindi ko sinasabi na sila ay dapat i-cancel. Sinasabi ko lang, dapat pumasok din sila sa isang
Kulang sa
discourse
upgrade. Yeah, yeah.
about things which are new. Diba?
Absolutely.
Less dogmatic. Diba?
Absolutely. Less doctrinaire, more dynamic.
Mm.
No, less doctrinaire, more dynamic. So, sir, bago tayo mapahamak, kasi biglang kinakabahan ako sa direction of this conversation, baka saan mapunta.
Nagtitimpi nga ako eh.
Oo nga,
Nagtitimpi nga ako eh.
napansin ko nga, yung shogun mo,
Oo.
nag-melt na eh. Parang naglalagay
Nagtitimpi
na.
ako. Baka
Biglang may araw na.
pag nag-Joe Rogan ako, ang daming tatamaan. Both left and
Kinakabahan ako,
right.
Sir Ronald. Parang, I'm beginning to regret. Like, gumagano na ako, may shield na ako.
Saka hindi dito yun, no? Mas mabuti meron dialogue, no?
There's a better platform. Let's do that later this year, Sir Ronald, yung mga year-enders natin dyan sa Manila, God willing. But I just
Tama
want
mo yung
people.
matatanda at saka mga bata.
No, I mean, Sir Ron, I think people will have to understand yung ginagawa natin punditry. It's just it's just the front in a sense that, not front in a facade sense, front in a sense that first level of analysis lang yan. But lahat yan kasama yan in a bigger network of superstructure of analysis for that matter. But Sir Ron, balikan natin ito, no? So looking at the Philippines, how bad, I mean, what kind of conjuncture are we facing? Is this kind of a parang I'm trying to figure out how can we get out of this crisis in a sense that I had a column the other week. I said, kung titignan mo yung Pilipinas, basically tatlong narratives na nagko-compete. One is yung Dutertismo, kailangan natin ng strongman, blah, 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 and everything will be resolved, right? The second narrative is kind of like a new liberal, like new Philippine liberal narrative, which is hindi, disinformation lang yan, manipulation lang yan. Kung tatanggalin natin disinformation ganon, hopefully we'll be back to the good old days. And then there's a third one na hindi pa na-crystallize, but I think you, Cardinal David, kind of are which is the kind of, voters have agencies, voters have dignity, and if you want change, it has to still be done through institutions. Hindi pwede yung isang strongman lang, or hindi pwede blame mo lahat sa disinformation. But I feel we're still not moving fully towards this third force. Like, how can we make this third narrative more effective in practical sense? Should we have a clear economic agenda, Sir Ronald? Speaking of, parang, kasi puro lang tayo, wag lang isa pang Duterte. Like, hindi pwede anything but Duterte or anything but Sara lang yung discussion. It has to go beyond that, right?
Yeah, nakikita natin ngayon are the contradictions of the system. Ang nakikita natin is the tip of the iceberg, systemic corruption. So anti-corruption yung nabubuong, nag-emerge na bagong movement, lalo na sa kabataan. Pero nare-realize nila, hindi sapat yung anti-corruption lang. Kailangan anti-impunity. Anti-impunity. Hindi sapat yung anti-impunity lang. Kinakailangan itong anti-dynasty. Because the dynastic problem is linked to impunity and corruption. So, eventually, yung mag-emerge dito, no? Mag-emerge dito ay hindi magpapalimit do sa limits of the system. No? Hindi sila. Kailangan mo na yung subjective forces gamitin itong contradictions para sila ay lumaki. Para sila ay mag-emerge as a new political force. Pero pag sila ay nang bago na-emerge, magkaanak na a new political force, this new political force cannot simply uh, change the problems within the present system. Eventually, you will slowly have to move out. No? Pero we have to start here. We have to start here. That's real enough. Pero alam mo na starting here, anti-corruption, anti-impunity, anti-dynasty, we have to propose alternatives. And those alternatives cannot simply exist within the contours or the limits of the present system. No? May elements na kinakailangan ka ng lumabas. Di ba? So yun yung kinakailangan nating i-consolidate, no? Hindi ayoko namang masyadong advanced na tayo na yun na yung ating
Definitely.
i-agenda ngayon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ang agenda natin ngayon is how to survive the present conjuncture, no?
Which we'll
Lalo na
discuss
may
very
forces
shortly.
who are out to throw the baby with the bathwater. Di ba? Yan yung nangyayari. We have to survive that. Pero at the same time, after surviving that, no? Babalik at babalik tayo doon sa original sin, sa original problem, kung hindi tayo lalabas within the present system which created the problem in the first place. No? Doon papasok ngayon ang discussion of real alternatives outside of the box, outside of the system. No? At doon kinakailangan yung dialectics of the old and the new. No? Doon kinakailangan magkaroon ng synthesis, no? Na ano ba yung hindi natin itatapon? Pero ano yung kinakailangan nating i-reinvent, no? Doon tingin ko yung aking last 20 years doon ko i-dedicate. No? Kung
Ronald,
ma-survive natin yung conjuncture.
don't worry, pag once we're in power, parang yung mga Kim Dynasty, di ba, meron silang whole institute dedicated to their health para lang mag-prolong yung buhay nila. We'll make you an institute like that, the Ronald Health Longevity Institute. But going back to this, sir,
Tokugawa shogunate. It's a long game. It's a long game.
it's
It's a
it's a
long
long game, but you have to have some
In
wins.
between, there will be a lot of disruptions. You
Exactly.
create disruption.
So let's talk about the disruption, like in the conjuncture right now. How worried should we be about the protests and rally later this month? Parang may na-apply, may hindi nag-apply, but it's what, like three major religious groups are expected to come together. How major are they? How much of you think a shock this could be in the system, or could this expose actually the limitations of these groups?
I think, two phases yan eh. Itong first phase, itong mangyayari sa 16, 17, 18. Yes, it's going to be big, but they are preparing for something bigger in January. A 5 million mobilization, a nationwide mobilization, and hopefully for them uh, to trigger a withdrawal of support. So, pero malay mo, makachamba sila, kahit 500,000 lang yung plano nila, this month. Because of the weakness of the government, because of the weakness of the system, things might unravel faster. No? Huwag mong kalimutan, Richard, a failed uprising, a failed mutiny can be as damaging as a successful one. No? So even if their plans are later, sa early next year, kung makakachamba, why not? At least from their perspective. Pero tingin ko yung mga organizers are thinking this is just a build-up for something much bigger. Because they are looking for triggers.
Yeah.
At ang kanilang problema, will the chain of command support them? For now, I doubt it. For now, I doubt it. Pero the economy is in bad shape. Even the NEDA head is accepting that the economy is bad. No? After ng Christmas, tingin ko, delikado yung ating peso, baka mag-free fall yan. No? Dahil nga, kausap ko yung mga chambers of commerce 2 Sundays ago, sabi nila, walang pumapasok na investors. Walang pumapasok. No? Tapos may slowdown ka sa economy because government spending will slow down because of their anti-corruption issues. No? At remittances, which is the main bulwark of our economy, may become more conservative after the new year. Dahil hindi nila sigurado yung mangyayari, gusto nilang i-secure yung kanilang konting hawak na pera. So, there can be a perfect storm against the government, against the economy, no? In favor of this extrajudicial adventurers. If the government doesn't play its card well.
So
No?
let's talk about that.
So, ang
So
problema
what should
natin,
be the
Richard,
game plan?
hindi,
Yeah.
hindi naman tayo we are not the ones controlling
Why not?
the pace of what's happening eh. Mga salingkit lang tayo, no? Mga pundits trying to explain the unexplainable. So,
Pero for some reason, Sir Ronald, siniseryoso tayo ng mga tao na dapat hindi tayo seryoso. Like, suddenly kung sino nag-reply, bakit siniseryoso niya ba yung sinasabi namin na ni Ronald? For some reason, may accidental influence tayo sa Ronald. So, so before I talk about the government side, so what should the progressives do? Yung mga hindi DDS people, doesn't this make them more powerful?
problema,
Na may leverage na
problema
sila.
dyan sa progressives, meron kang progressives who are negotiating with pro-revolutionary government,
Yun lang.
saying that the system has to go now. No? May mga ganon, no? Ngayon,
Resign
no?
all.
At wala sila dito sa mga platters na for a reset. At ang tingin nila, mas may space yung kanilang progressive agenda within the contours of these platters. No? Meron namang iba na naniniwala na pag gumulo yung sitwasyon, no? Pag nagkaroon ng constriction of a democratic space, then you have the youth joining the guerrillas in the hills. So, pwedeng may mga ganun na nag-iisip, let us catalyze this in our favor. Wala akong sinasabi na Plaza Miranda framework yan. Pero ang sinasabi ko lang, there are those na nakikita because of their weakening base, because of the weakening armed struggle.
Oh,
It might be a breath of fresh air.
medyo desperate sila for steroid
If the
injection.
government and everybody destroy each other, fight each other, and create an interregnum for us to create, yung naniniwala sa armed struggle, no? Na ito yung pagkakataon para lumakas ulit. So
So
even with
basically, they
the
learned nothing
progressive,
from history.
iba-iba yung pagtingin sa conjuncture. Hmm.
But the presence of those groups, I think, could be inadvertently good kasi lalong-lalo na hindi magdi-deflect yung military, di ba? Kasi mas hate pa ng military yung mga ganin klaseng tao tsaka China, di ba? So, baka,
Correct, correct,
baka it might help to prevent actually
correct.
defections within the ranks, no?
Kaya, tingin ko yung tentativeness of the chain of command is primarily because of partly that, but to a great extent, yung usapin na the beneficiaries will be pro-China politicians, pro-China dispensation. So, tingin ko yun yung main. At dagdag dyan, yung posisyon ng simbahan against a military junta or a revolutionary government. So, tingin ko yun yung geopolitics is playing in this conjuncture, no?
So
Playing in
there's
this conjuncture.
so
Dahil maraming sundalo, maraming officers, kahit galit sila sa nangyayari, magdadalawang
ayaw
isip
nila ng
sila.
China, pro-China. Kasi yun nga, like, the,
Mm.
the consequence is pretty clear. Like, you don't even need to use your imagination. So, civil military relations, geopolitics, one thing. But what else can BBM do to keep things under control, or at the very least make sure things don't get out of control? Like, should the ICI deliver some big names by December? Is that a must? Like, kung hindi nila magawa yan, delikado talaga sila.
Dali niya sa logical conclusion yung kanyang mahiya naman kayo campaign. Di ba? Hindi pwedeng hindi pa yung paliwanag niya the other day na be patient, we need case build up, no? Matagal itong prosesong ito because of the legal system, etc. That won't work. Hindi yun tatanggapin ng tao, no? Hindi tatanggapin ng tao. You have to maximize the strength of the government para dalhin ito sa isang logical conclusion. Kumbaga, finish or not finish, pass your paper. No, yung sinasabi ni Vince Dizon na merong at least 6 na makukulong before Christmas.
Yun yung
Yan
Christmas
bang
of the
6
bayan.
na yan? 3 senador, 10 congressman, isang cabinet secretary, no? Maraming undersecretary. That may be enough for now, no? Para makwel yung outrage. Pero hindi siya enough to settle the crisis. People will be looking for bigger fish, no? Bigger fish na involved dito. Principals. No? Yun yung mangyayari.
Yun nga, like,
Ah, at
I'm looking at,
hinihintay
yeah.
ng mga pro Duterte, pro junta na mangyari. Na ito ay umabot hanggang sa pinakamataas sa gobyerno.
Pero yun nga, di ba? Like, if there's one thing we learn from revolutions, from French Revolution onwards, is mas vulnerable yung isang ruling regime, yung ancien regime, when they make concessions that make them look weak. Hindi kaya if papakulong nila a couple of big names but not super big, people will actually ask for even more. Kasi eventually this will go all the way up to the Malacanang. Like, how can they realistically balance that? Like, give enough to the people, but not too much that they look weak or actually whet the appetite. Parang people might want even more blood. By the way, this is not an ethical debate. This is a politics 101 kind of discussion. How can you get that balance, that Goldilocks of just enough accountability short of, basically asking for even more concessions, if not the downfall of the whole thing?
Well, una ay itong mga corruption issues na ito ay hindi lang sa kasalukuyang gobyerno. Yun ang ginagawa ngayon ng present ombudsman. Yun yung pwedeng gawin ng Blue Ribbon. Posible rin gawin ng ICI. So, lahat dito tatamaan. Paano kung tatamaan lang ang gobyerno, then delikado sila. Pero kung lahat tatamaan, then hindi madi-diffuse yung blame, no? Madi-diffuse. Ikalawa, halimbawa ngayon meron silang nakolekta na 7 billion worth ng mga cars, ng mga bank accounts, etc.
Interesting.
Kung aabot siya ng 100 billion, yung
Interesting.
ma-forfeit nila dito sa mga corrupt, then you can tell people, we're going to use this for you. 100 billion babalik sa inyo.
Interesting.
Ikalawa, yung sinasabi ng Senate na i-reject nila yung unprogrammed allocations na proposal ng House. Kung mare-reject yan dito sa BICAM, then makikita, oh, things are different now. Or at least beginning to be different. No? Dahil hindi pwedeng more of the same eh. You have to do something dramatic not only in arresting people, but in returning the loot and creating structural reforms specifically on the budget na lahat ay pinapanood. Nagkaroon ka na nga ng scandal about unprogrammed allocations tapos meron kang 270 to 300 billion na unprogrammed allocations again, no? So hindi yan tatanggapin. kahit magpakulong ka before Christmas. 'Di ba? So it's a combination of
Correct.
those two. No? Anong gagawin mo na reforms? Hindi pwede yung transparency lang. Hindi pwede yung i-open mo lang yung budget process and still retain the unprogrammed allocations, the insertions. No? So yun, it's a combination of those two. 'Di ba?
Yeah.
And then you have a fulcrum in the middle, the Catholic Church. Let us pursue this anti-corruption campaign, pero i-elevate na natin yan sa anti-dynasty. We need an anti-dynasty law now. Di ba? Yun ang gagawin mo ngayon eh. Or else we will reject everyone sa 2028.
Interesting.
The ethos of 2028 will not only be anti-corruption, anti-impunity. It should be anti-dynasty. We elect leaders who are anti-dynasty. No? So, kung if all works well, itong movement na ito will create a new political chemistry na dati ay almost impossible. May imagine mo ba na mawi-weaken ang dynasties? Ngayon, may chance. Hindi lang ma-weaken, perhaps mabawasan. Nakakausap ko ngayon, mga mismong members ng political parties, mismong dynasties, na sang-ayon sila to save the country, it has to be anti-dynastic.
Something has to give. Something has to give.
And these are people you wouldn't believe
Yeah.
because they belong to dynasties themselves. Pero nakikita nila, the house is burning.
Yeah,
Di
hindi na
ba?
sustainable.
Burning.
It's really not sustainable. Sir Ronald, so officially I'm gonna call you Ronald the Alchemist. Liamas, hindi ka na Shogun, the Alchemist. Kanina pa tayong chemistry.
Organ din ako.
Yung katana ko sa Ronald, ah. Ako dalhin kita ng knight shining armor for you. Ikaw dalhin mo ako ng katana, sir, no? We're towards
you,
the end of
you,
the...
you
Yeah,
may have a new qualitative change
I know.
na hindi nasahan before. Dati kasi evolution Di ba?
Yeah.
Fully doesn't work. No?
It
Ngayon nakikita
doesn't, yeah.
mo disruptions. You're seeing qualitative disruptions na hopefully can be sustained going into 2028. This is not a pie in the sky dream. These are
Wala na. Yeah,
real
hindi na
ano
sustainable,
yan,
eh. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, this is just to, that's what we mean by conjuncture, no? Basically, nasa tipping point ka na, nasa inflection point ka na. Things are gonna fall
Reflection.
apart unless you do something dramatic, right? So I think we have to all accept it. So kaya nga sabi ko,
Yung
tactically,
tinatawag ni Gramsci na the old is not yet dead, the new is not yet born. Di ba?
or the old is
Nandun tayo.
dying, yeah, exactly, yeah, yeah. But yun nga, but in the meantime, all sorts of morbid symptoms are showing
Like
up.
a hood.
Yun
Like a
yung
hood.
worry. Yun yung worry
Diba?
natin.
So we have to survive that interregnum. Yun yung sinasabi ko.
But also
We have
leverage the
to survive
interregnum.
that interregnum so that the new can be born.
Yun nga, Sir Ronald, like, walang social base ng admin, no? I mean, wala siyang organizing power in terms of civil society and all. So that's basically with the third force, no? Doesn't that give extra leverage to the third force here? Because alam din nila cornered yung administration and basically, you need the counter force to the DDS force.
If the third force realizes that and get their act together, then sila yung makikinabang dito sa interregnum. No? But they have to consolidate first. They have to settle dynamics. And they have to choose a political project with a political leader. No? Yun yung kulang. And then they can dominate the landscape in spite of a system which still doesn't represent them. No? So yun yung kailangan. Ang problema, does the third force appreciate that? Recognize that?
Yun nga, Sir Ronald,
Yun
yun nga eh.
yung problema. Baka
Yun-
tayo-tayo lang dalawa nag-uusap dito tungkol doon.
Tapos parang ang mali pa yung mga nakikinig sa atin. Hindi, yun nga yung point. Like, we talk, pero yung nakikinig sa atin sa mga kabilang kampo, hindi yung mga gusto natin makinig sa atin. Kaya,
Pero ang maganda naman kasi sa isang postmodern social mediated world, ideas like this can flourish overnight, no? Hindi to slow burn. Hindi to kailangan ng mahabang gestation. It may catalyze, it may not. No? It may catalyze, it may not. Pero doon ako sa it may.
Oo. Ano spontaneous incineration ang mangyari diyan. Sir Ronald, thank you so much, Sir Ronald, for that really, really fantastic discussion. Just a little bit of pop culture before we close this discussion. What is your read? Napanood mo ba yung movie ni Quezon? Kasi kanina lang I was looking at analysis ni hindi yung isang apo na nagagalit sa movie, yung isa si Manolo Quezon. Maganda yung feel ko sobrang ganda yung analysis ni Manolo Quezon which is basically hindi naman talaga political tong ano to postmodern horror movie daw siya. Basically it's a caricature of
Mm.
politicians as these evil people, manipulative people as if they're aliens who took over our country, which is not really a political movie. It's just like a horror postmodern movie. Para sa akin, mahalaga yung ganun because it tells us medyo childish pa yung political discourse natin, no? Instead of understanding how politics operates, bakit tayo may corruption and all, we just create this simplistic, moralistic tale and caricatures na, ay, hindi, basta tanggalin lang natin itong mga demonyong politiko na to, everything will go back to paradise. When in fact, it's far more complicated than that, Sir Ronald, right? This is what we're doing here in our little shows. We're explaining the dynamics of politics beyond morality tales.
Mhm. Yes, yung pinapaliwanag natin ay hindi ganun kadaling ipaliwanag. We're trying to explain it in a simple way, but it's anything but simple, no? Ito. Pero ah, ang maganda ay naitatapon na natin sa landscape itong mga ideas na ito na dati ay hindi na pag-uusapan, no? At ah, dapat tignan natin to
Parang
from different
ingat ka masyado
dapat
magsalita
tingnan
ngayon.
natin from different vantage point eh. Di ba yun yung dialectical way ngayon eh. Hindi mo lang to titingnan from a nationalist perspective. Hindi mo lang to titingnan from a, di ba? From a simplistic kung ngayon titingnan mo siya, ayun nga sinasabi mo, caricatures, no? These are icons, no? These are sublimation, no? No? Of
Nag-Freud na tayo.
Oo. So, kwento eh, bago ito eh. Yung apo na nagmura ron, kasama ko sa UST yon. Kalaban ko sa Student Council yon.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
he's an orator nung panahon namin. Magaling nga na orator, no? Pero, natalo eh sa eleksyon. No? At alam mo na kung sino nakatalo sa kanya.
Nasa Wikipedia page mo ba yan? Yung nag-away kay Jericho Rosales ay tinalo ni
Oo.
Ronald sa student.
Yes, kilala ko yun. Kasabay ko yun. When we were starting the Student Council sa University Belt. No?
Meron na naman
Magaling na
tayo.
orator yan. Kaso parang natigil na siya ron eh. Sayang. Magaling pa naman sana siya, tsaka may pangalan. Pero hindi na siya nag-prosper politically.
Yeah, but you never know. Baka ngayon, sabi mo nga, Sir Ronald, we are at a conjuncture. All sorts of morbid symptoms are coming. Actually, Dostoevsky has a fantastic quote. Sabi niya, in times of trouble, all sorts of questionable characters come onto the floor.
Emerge. Emerge.
So
Emerge.
basically, meron ganun si Dostoevsky. Doon sa The Demon na ano niya, na
Yes,
novel
yes.
niya. Meron siyang ganun eh. So, you never know, Sir Ronald. Kaya nga, ingat tayo. We have to make sure that not the wrong people become disruptors.
And
Genuine
not
disruptors.
lose our sense of humor. Sabi nga ni Dostoevsky rin, no? Sa Brothers Karamazov. We have to learn to smile in the face of the inevitable, to laugh even at the looming of death.
Laugh
That
at the
very
face of
dark si
fate.
Dostoevsky. And yet meron siyang sense of humor. He doesn't take himself seriously.
Kaya nga, I'm ending here on the movie point because all of us as students of Gramsci, if you really want political transformation, you have to work through culture, diba? Kung hindi mo ayusin yung political culture, hindi mo ayusin yung life-world interaction. In fact, diba, Gramsci talked about the role of the of the church, right? Kung gusto mo
Yes.
makareach out sa masa, among others. So, I think in many ways, as students of Gramsci, we have to talk more about communications and culture. These two are very, very important. Hindi lang raw power, hindi lang corruption. There's so much more. On that note, thank you so much, Sir Ron. I hope, Sir Ron, na-appreciate mo. Medyo,
I'm also a student of Shakespeare, so.
ay,
On to the bridge, my friends.
ayan na naman tayo, Sir Ronald. Sige. Ako, Marlowe ba yan? Marlowe? Marlowe. Ako, Marlowe. Ako yung nauna kay Shakespeare. Yung idol niya, ako si Marlowe. Lord
Okay,
Kipling.
thank you.
Salamat, sir. I hope you appreciate it. But this is good. We have to have more of this discussion. Thanks to Ma'am Dani. We had back.
In Oxford. No, you're in Oxford, no?
I'm
So,
a gentleman, Sir
dito
Ronald.
na kayanan.
Sir Ronald, di tayo nagbully masyado this time.
Shakespeare, Engels.
Actually, I'll go to Manchester soon kasi kailangan ko pag-aralan si Marx at Engels eh.
Man Folks, no?
Very
Yun ang costume ko sa, nako, no? B for Vendetta.
idol, idol. Thank you so much, Sir Ronald. Have a lovely
Okay, thank
weekend. Talk to
you.
you soon. The Alchemist.